Hey YouTube, this is Robonats1 here, and I'm here to give you a review for the Game of Thrones season finale. This will include both episode 9 and episode 10 of the season finale of season 5. Quick update for you guys in relation to the channel and what's going to be coming up. I will confirm that after today I am going on a break for about 3 to 4 weeks. I'm probably gonna come back mid-July, and I'm gonna be giving you guys loads of new content. For example, I'm probably going to be reviewing the new the Daredevil Netflix show. I'm gonna probably be reviewing Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Charm, among other things. The reason why I'm going on this break is because I don't actually have any new content for you guys to review. Like, I don't have any comic books, to give you guys. So you're just gonna have to bear with me as I, try and find some new content for you guys. If you want anything to be reviewed, please comment down below, and I can try and give you guys some new content. Like, if there's a show you want me to try out, or a comic book you want me to try out, just don't hesitate to leave a comment below, and I'll try and pick up the book for you guys. Anyway, without further ado, I am going to review episode 9-10. So the Arya storyline, as you guys know, has been one of my favorite storylines for this season. I think Arya's sense of identity is really played around in a very interesting way. And we do know that she is very much a part of a cult at this point. Anyway, Arya meets this, Arya is sentenced to kill this, guy. But instead she sees, Mace Tyrell, who is one of the people who killed her father. Or did he attack, her master? I kind of forgot. But it's basically revealed that Mace Tyrell is actually a pedophile. And, Arya basically goes after him. And as a result of Arya going after him, Arya is left blind by mysterious causes. I found this absolutely fascinating from the point of view that the cult aspects started to play into Arya's storyline. Like, Arya has now had her entire life taken away because of the single act that she chose to do. Like, because she didn't comply to the rules of this cult, she is now left blind. And I found that really, really interesting. One of the problems, though, for this storyline is I did feel like the show was going a bit too far. I was really, really concerned that this show was gonna show underage sex. At this point, I would not put past what this show is willing to do. This show has very much proved the fact that it's willing to do a lot. And I think that there's no one that seems to be reining this show in. Like, it's great that they're willing to push the boundaries of what's considered acceptable, but I do think they're pushing it too much. Like, I was really concerned that we were going to be, showing sex. Instead, we were showed violence towards underage girls, and that to me was, really pushing the mark between what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. Moving quickly from that storyline, we go into Jon Snow's storyline. And basically, Jon Snow returns from the wall and is accompanied by the survivors of the attack and the wildlings. And there's a lot of dissension among the ranks of the Night's Watch because of Jon Snow's choices. Sam leaves at the end of, during episode 10, which leaves Jon in a very vulnerable position. I'm gonna now spoil the ending to episode 10. So if you don't want to be spoiled, feel free to come back after you've watched these episodes. But Jon Snow does die. And I don't reckon Jon Snow is actually dead. I watched a theory a couple of days ago that actually said that Jon Snow might actually be a more of an important character than we're led to believe. I will try and put the link to that down below for what this theory is, but it's a very fascinating theory, and in either case, I definitely do believe that we haven't seen the last of Jon Snow. Because I believe that Jon Snow is a lot more important than we're led to believe. His role in all of this definitely seems to be very important. And that to me is very interesting. Now we get on to Stannis' story. Now, Stannis did something during this episode that was very surprising and almost heartbreaking. As we know, Stannis' relationship to his daughter Shireen, I know this because I have the Wikipedia page, that Stannis' relationship to his daughter is something that's very likeable about his character. And it's actually one of the reasons why I do actually like Stannis as a character. And what we see during episode 9 and 10 is we do see the fall of Stannis. Basically, Stannis in this episode does actually kill his his daughter. And this leads to a series of events which leads to the death of Stannis Baratheon. Which kind of sucks for I am forgetting her name. It kind of sucks for sorry guys, I am completely blanking on her name at the minute. It kind of sucks for Sansa Stark, that's her name. It kind of sucks for Sansa Stark because she was really banking on the fact that Stannis would win the war and that she would be free from Ramsay. But yeah. I find it really, really interesting that we saw the fall of Stannis, and that Stannis's complete and utter belief in the belief system that the Red Woman told him kind of defined his existence and kind of tore all of his hopes and dreams apart. And I found that very, very fascinating and very, very interesting. Stannis was a great character. We don't necessarily know if he's dead though, because he was kind of killed, but we don't actually see it happen. So I'm hoping that Stannis gets a redemption arc in the next season. Now we get on to the Dorne stuff. The Dorne stuff has been kind of like meh. Jaime basically strikes a deal with Doran, the leader of Dorne, and this basically allows Jaime to save his daughter and his daughter's fiance and take them back to King's Landing. However, it appears that Illyria seems to have killed Jaime's daughter, which might lead to a war between King's Landing and Dorne, which is pretty interesting. And Jaime is not far from Dorne, so we might see a skirmish between Dorne and King's Landing. I really liked Jaime's acting in this story. I found that Jaime's interaction with his daughter was really sweet, and I liked that I like that Jaime's daughter actually revealed that she kind of knew that Jaime was her father, and they get this reunion again before her death. Finally, we get to Meereen. And Meereen, as you guys know, I'm not sure if I've said this or not, but Daenerys is actually one of my favourite characters, and I found that Daenerys for a couple of seasons actually has been a bit stagnant. She hasn't really grown very much. Like, after season 2, she was left in a very interesting place where she did become a ruler. But, sort of, season 3 to season 5, I might be wrong about season 3, but Daenerys hasn't really grown very much as a character, and her interactions with her dragons, which was very interesting for this episode, she actually got to ride one, kind of didn't leave her going anywhere. Like, I don't feel like Daenerys has actually gone anywhere for a very, very long time. And I do believe that Daenerys now needs to actually go somewhere as a character. So I am hoping that we get Daenerys more closer towards her overall goal next episode. And she does talk about going back to King's Landing and returning to her home. And we do see Daenerys being put into a position where she might actually be going down that road. And her interaction between Tyrion was really good. Tyrion is by far the best character in this show, whether you agree with his motives or not. Peter Dinklage's acting and the way this character is presented is just super fun. And I thought his interactions between Daenerys was great. All in all, guys, this season has been a good season. It just hasn't been to the same caliber as the last 4 seasons. So, fingers crossed that season 6 we get more back into the plot a little bit. This season was very much a slow burn kind of season. It was very much about character development, a little bit of story elements, and just getting us to a point where we might possibly see these battles actually taking place. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna leave you with that. I hope you have enjoyed these Game of Thrones reviews, and stay tuned for and I shall basically see you guys in July, where I will bring you back some more TV show reviews and comic book reviews, and give you guys a healthy dose of new content. So I'm Robinats1 here, and I shall see you all later for another review of some kind. Bye.